I must be dreaming, dreaming. I must be dreaming, no, dreaming. I must be dreaming, no, dreaming.
What's good, YantaaGang? I'm back with a motherfucking video. Before we get to start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, make sure that bell button so you get notification every time I post a motherfucking video. If you're not part of the best game on motherfucking YouTube, then you motherfucking wild because of the best game on YouTube, and that's on that. That's a motherfucking period. As for that, guys, this is a crazy story time for y'all. Guys, I don't even know why I'm going to title this story time, but I feel like I should tell y'all because my life is really a movie, and I'm always going through something that's just out of the ordinary. You just be like, what the fuck? Yeah, shit be crazy. So today we're gonna be talking about a date that went super left. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how my date to Atlantic City went wrong. So how we're gonna give this boy a name. So we're gonna give him the name, we can give him Michael. Listen. I know I probably use that name in all my story times, but listen, it's something about that name, okay? I think ever since I had like my first little crush on a boy named Michael, I just love that name. Like, I just love that name. But listen, Michael Branch, I'm looking for you things, and I know you in New York somewhere, but I'm looking how me and Michael met. Michael at a smoke shop where he works. So one day I was just there and I was talking to someone that he knows, and that's how it had happened. So he was around someone I know or I met, and that happened. I'm like, why not take it a shot? Why not give him a chance? He is cute. He is presenting himself to come off how I like him to come off. He come out as a really respectful man, a real gentleman. So I'm like, why not? And he's cute and he's older, so I'm like, why not? So I give Michael the chance, and we decide to go on a date to Atlantic City. Listen, anybody that's listening to the story, do not put any timelines together. Mind your neck, mind your business, please. Anyways, so I date to Atlantic City. I'm just gonna break down the day. So that day we did try to go out to eat. That was okay, that was cool. After the restaurant, we ended up going to the boardwalk and walking around, and it was really much there because everything was fake closed the time we got there. But in the midst of it, we did go see the new Cat Williams show. That was funny, and so we did that or whatever. After the Cat Williams show, he was like, okay, let's go to his crib. Why not? I already had a good day with him at Atlantic City. Because I've been to Atlantic City one time, but that was like 4 years ago. So I finally went, I was older and whatever. And then we did go to the casino, but that was nothing. But we ended up going back to New York. So on the way back to New York, he was supposed to get gas, right? So he didn't listen to me. He was supposed to get gas, right? On the way to the gas station, right? We get to the gas station, and I get out the car to go to the store to get something to drink, right? The time I get out, Michael is cursing the man that works at the gas station out, and I come to find out that Michael took a piss on the floor, and that set the man off. So he didn't want to give us any gas for the car. So we had to leave the gas station to find a different gas station. But we didn't leave to find a different gas station. He kept on driving, knowing that his car is going out empty. Yes. So we're driving. So we finally get to close to New York. We're literally by, like, right there in the New Jersey, right? And I told him get some gas before we really get into New York for real. And he was just like, no, I'm waiting till we get to the hood. It's way more cheaper and da-da-da-da. So I said, okay, whatever. Why in the middle of the tunnel the car stopped?
Be fucking for real. BFF. Be fucking for real. For real.
Yes, if you think I'm lying, our car stopped working in the middle of the tunnel. So I got into 2 car accidents, okay? Once that PTSD started kicking in like a bitch, okay, I instantly started to panic. Think about it. It's 11 o'clock at night in New York. New Yorkers don't know how to drive. Niggas love to speed, and we can't move the car. I am panicking. Like, I am panicking in my seat. panicking. So it's to the point where cars realize that we can't move, and it comes down to like 10 minutes go past or whatever. A car he comes down the tunnel speeding, but once he realized that we couldn't move, he faked like slow down type it. But it was still scary because it was just like, why are you speeding like that anyway? Why are you trying to push an 80 in a tunnel right now? Like, you wildin'. But after that bullshit, I ended up calling the cops, and that was crazy enough because if you know about a New York man, 9 out of 10 he got a case or he got something that the cops don't need to be knowing about. So it was one of those situations. So I had called the cops, but I didn't know that he has something going on with his personal situations. You feel me? Because this is the date. This is our first date. But I'm calling the cops because the car is stuck in a fucking tunnel. So he kind of got a little mad because I called the cops. But it was just like, what do you want me to do? Sit here? And what, push a car out of a tunnel? Baby, I'm not pushing no car out of the tunnel. I mean, we tried for a little bit, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. So I called and I broke it down to the cops that we're in a tunnel, but thank God the cops did not come. A tow truck came. So the tow truck lady comes and she explains the situation, and I told him, like, yes, I told him to get the gas, and he didn't get the gas. He didn't listen to me. And she was just like, yeah, next time, listen to a woman. A woman's tuition is always right. And I've been telling him that for, like, I was telling him that all day. Like, it's something about a woman's tuition. We're always right and correct. So when she said that, I was looking at him like, some nigga, you should listen to me. And then, how it was going, she had asked us how, like, the car stopped working. He tells her, oh, we ran out of gas. She was like, don't ever tell a police officer that you just ran out of gas. So that was crazy enough. When she said that, I was just like, this nigga is dumb as shit. So throughout this whole mess of us going through this, nothing is said. He's not saying nothing. We're just going through this experience and we trying to get out of it. The tow truck comes, they pull us out the tunnel now, right? So now we had to find a way to get gas, and we had to get in the Uber to get to another gas station, which was like almost like, what, 10 miles away. Because if you live in New York, you know there's barely any gas stations in Manhattan. I don't know why, but it's barely any gas stations in Manhattan. Where we was at, we had to travel at least 10 miles to the gas station to get gas. So we did that, and we got the gas and brought it back to the car. And he filled up the gas in the car. And after that, we ended on our way back to the crib, which I was not complaining about because where he lives at, I live near him. So I'm not too upset about it. You feel me? At this point, I'm faking to want to go home. But at this point, I'm like, freaking, I'm still having fun. I was still smacked throughout this whole situation. I was drunk. I was drunk and I had an edible, so I was lit. But throughout this whole situation, it was just like, what the fuck? So we get to the crib, and yeah, and I realized there's a girl sleeping in his bed. So I'm like, okay. But he talks to me, he's whispering something to me, and he's like, I'm gonna wake her up. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not paying him no mind, you feel me? Because he did tell me he did have 3 kids. So, yo, y'all don't say nothing. I'm not saying his age, okay? I'm not doing it. Because I don't know over, like, if he got 3 kids, he got 3 kids, okay? He got 3 kids. So, I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna just get that. I don't do niggas with kids. Don't think because y'all hearing this story time thinking I do niggas with kids. I'm telling you this now. If you got any kids, do not talk to me. The answer is no. You are a dub. Pack it up. Go. Period. I don't got time. Like, I had to get stern with that. Because I believe that in my soul, cold-hearted heart, that if he got kids, something is fucked up wrong with him, and he needs therapy, and he needs help, and he needs healing, and he needs protection, and he needs guidance. Okay, everything. Anyways, so he wakes the girls up. He waked the girl up. So he wakes her up. Now we sit in the living room. So it's me, him, and the girl in the living room, right at this moment. Yes, y'all know. I know y'all like, what? Yes, we are in the living room. All of us chilling, right? So we sitting there, and he's like, no, y'all should get to know each other. But I'm sitting here like, getting to know each other. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is his daughter. But when I'm looking at her, she looks sexy as shit. This bitch got on pom-pom shorts, a crop top, a wig install, lashes. I'm like,
Said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all,
she a little too sexy to be a 13-year-old little girl. Like, but I ain't judging, because who am I to judge, you know? If I was 13 in this generation right now, I'd probably be looking like a bad bitch. I ain't gonna cap to you. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking like this at 13. Word to me. But I wasn't judging. I just still continue to go with the flow, because I didn't want to react too quick, if that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't want to react in this sense. So, in a sense, right? We getting to know each other. She's asking me like a lot of questions, as like where I'm from, what I do. And then she tells me that she's a stripper. So I'm like, wait, this is not his daughter now. Who is this bitch? Who is this bitch? Now I'm trying to think, who is this girl now? Then she's telling me like she's 27. So I'm like, 27? And I'm like, so I'm in my head, I'm like, I know he don't got me meeting one of his bitches right now. Like, I know he not. Like, I didn't think a nigga. I'm gonna keep going. So in my head, I'm just thinking like, nah, this is not it. This is maybe just a friend, or it's one of his sisters, because he do got sisters. So I'm like, maybe this is a sister or something. So we still talking, and then she proceeds to get up and says, oh, would you like a dance? And I'm just like, no, I'm okay, type shit. And now we drinking and smoking and chilling. But I'm in my head, I'm sitting like, this gotta be a joke. Like, who is this girl? Why are you for me? And then in the mix of it, while she's talking to me, he's in the middle of us thinking he's Mac Daddy. He's laying down, comfortable, drumming. He has the nerve to say like, I like how this is going. I think our personalities fit good with each other.
What the fuck is going on?
And I'm like, what is going on? What do you mean our personalities fit good with each other? So I push out on the rug. I ain't say nothing. So me and her proceeds through our conversation. And she's just telling me about herself, like if I give a fuck. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just really trying to put the pieces together, because I'm still confused. Like, bitch, why are you talking to me? And why the fuck he feel like he Mac Daddy right now? I'm confused. It's like, this is a prank? Like, so I'm lost. I'm really lost. So then I look at him, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he was just like, I should have been honest from the start. I really should have been honest. And I'm looking at him like, honest about what? Like, what do you got going on right now? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? So he not saying nothing. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, everybody's acting a little clueless right now. Everybody acting strange. She's moving like she want to talk to me. I think she said she like girls. So I think she was really trying to scoop me. So I'm like, is this supposed to be giving like a threesome? Like, did I just get right to like a threesome situation? So I'm just like, nah, this is crazy. So I set these niggas up.
I must be dreaming.